Hi everyone, welcome to another video of our Node.js tutorial series. In our last video, we ran our first Node.js application and we saw how that is being done. In this video, we're going to talk about something very important. We're going to talk about the Node.js architecture, how Node.js works behind the scene. Understanding this will help you to know why Node.js is so good for certain type of application, and we're going to know the kind of application Node.js is good for. Right, we're going to see what Node.js architecture is. What is Node.js architecture? Node.js architecture simply means the way Node.js handles code execution. How Node.js handles a request. When a request is being made to a Node.js server, how they attend to them. It is different from traditional servers like PHP or Java. Node.js uses something called a single-threaded model, event-driven architecture, and non-blocking I/O. Let's break down all of this. In most server environments, when multiple users send requests, each request gets a separate thread or process. Each of these requests is handled by a separate thread. But in Node.js, only one single thread handles all incoming requests. This means Node.js does not create new threads for every user that is making a request to the server. For example, if 1,000 users visit your Node.js server at once, Node.js will still run on one main thread. It handles these requests shortly, smartly, without blocking the thread. And when we talk about event-driven architecture, Node.js works like an event planner. Just imagine when you make a request or when a request comes to Node.js, Node.js registers a callback. If a task takes time, like reading a file, uploading a file, or talking to database, Node.js does not wait for that event to finish before handling other requests. Instead, it moves on to the next task and comes back when the first task is ready. So it doesn't block any request. It processes a certain request and comes back to it when it is done. It's like telling someone, hey, come in when the food is ready, and then you start doing something else, and when the food is ready, you get a notification and you come back to serve the food. And when we talk about non-blocking I/O, when we say I/O, it means input and output, of course. And what do that mean? Reading a file from disk, talking to a database, making a HTTP request. These are different input and output operations. In Node.js, these operations are non-blocking. This means that Node.js can start reading a file, and while waiting for it to finish, it can serve other users. User 1 is trying to upload a file to the server, is talking to server. User 2 is trying to write a file to the disk, is writing that. It doesn't wait for user 1 to be fully served before it attends to user 2. This keeps our server fast and, of course, very, very responsive. And the next thing we're going to look at is the event loop. At the heart of Node.js is something called the event loop. Here is how the event loop works. Node.js puts all incoming tasks like user requests, user wants to write to database, user wants to upload a file, user wants to write to disk. It puts all these incoming tasks into a queue. The event loop picks up one task at a time. If the task is quick, it finishes immediately. Like tasks like most times you talking to your database doesn't take much time if you have a strong internet connectivity. So for tasks as fast and as quick as that, it finishes immediately. But if the task is slow, like reading file, uploading a video, or writing a video to disk, it delegates it to the system and moves on. So it doesn't wait for the file reading or file uploading before it can move on. It delegates this task to the system and moves on. And when the system finishes the slow task, it tells the event loop. Node.js, of course, then handles the result of the event. So we've talked about the single-threaded model, the event-driven architecture, we've talked about the non-blocking input and output, and of course, we've talked about the event loop in Node.js. So we're now going to talk about why all of this matters. So why Node.js architecture matters. Of course, because of this architecture, Node.js can handle thousands of connections at the same time because we said it doesn't block an action. When an action is taking time, it moves to the next. So it can handle thousands of connections at the same time. Node.js is also perfect for real-time applications like chat applications, gaming servers, live dashboards, and all of that. And don't always forget that Node.js is lightweight and it is very fast. But remember, Node.js is not ideal for heavy CPU tasks like video editing. If you want to create a system for video editing, system that's going to have a heavy central processing unit, you don't use Node.js to build such system because heavy tasks can block the single thread. So to summarize all we've discussed in this video, we said Node.js uses a single-threaded, event-driven, and non-blocking architecture. It is powered by the event loop. It handles tasks asynchronously, keeping the server responsive. And this is what makes Node.js powerful for building modern applications. In our next video, we're going to look at something very fun and interactive in Node.js. But before then, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to share as we continue on this journey. Drop your comment in the comment section and we will respond to you immediately. Thanks guys for watching. See you guys in the next video. Bye for now.